Hey guys, my name is Samuel. I'm a professional Forex trader for a little over 3 years. And today we're going to talk about the use of stop loss versus the not use of stop loss. So let's see. So the first thing is a lot of people talk about, oh, is it good? Is it not good? Should I use it? Should I not use it? And with me, with my personal experience, what I found the best is usually using both, and you're gonna understand it. So the first thing that I understood in this game is that there is no magic formula for anybody, all right? So I cannot say, oh, you should just do A or B and put you in a box, because I don't think the market works this way. Like, the market's very dynamic. It changes too much. It's almost like a living organism. So there are some periods in which you can use stop loss, and there's also periods in which you're not going to use stop loss. Although people say it's crazy, how are you not going to use a stop loss, etc. If you do it the right way, understanding the risk, proportional lot size, everything, in which I'm going to explain to you guys later, you can actually use both ways and you can be profitable both ways. It's not something that's going to fight one versus the other. You can use both at the same time if you know what you're doing, which is what I do. And that's what I want to bring it here in this channel. So the way I trade is very specific, it's very dynamic. So I don't see a lot of people talking about it. So that's why I thought about opening this channel to share my experience and a little bit of my knowledge with you guys, to teach you how I do my trades, how it's possible, etc. So you guys can learn for yourselves and you can grow together as a community. I'm gonna give y'all one disadvantage and one advantage for each one of those methods, okay? So the first one is, if you don't use a stop loss, okay, the first advantage is you can open your trades and you have a little bit more of management. You can manage your risk better, because if you're not using stop loss, you can protect your account in many ways. So instead of using stop loss, you can use the hedging. You can open a trade in a different market, and then the profit that you make from one market can cover up for the other loss that you're taking in another market. So you can play around with it. It's very dynamic, like I said. That gives you time. So if you only open trades with a positive swap, for example, you can make money whilst your trading is going against you, which is another positive thing for the strategy of not using the stop loss. But that varies a lot. You have to know what you're doing, etc. It varies from broker to broker, so it's very dynamic, but it's one advantage. The disadvantage here is the fact that you can blow your account if you don't know what you're doing. So because you're not using a stop loss, your own account is your blow up. So that means if you don't hedge your account, if you don't manage it properly, if you don't deposit money, etc., your own money is at risk. So you got to be much more careful versus using stop loss, because that way you don't know when you're gonna go to a like 50% drawdown, 70% drawdown, 90% drawdown, and eventually reaching 100%, and then you're getting stopped out because you didn't know how to manage your risk at the time. So that's the biggest disadvantage. Now, when it comes to stop loss, the first advantage is you can control, or quote unquote control, your risk a little better. That means that if you're only risking 1% per trade, for example, you have 1,000 and you're only risking like $10, for example, if you get stopped out at $10, you're only losing $10, and you know straight away how much money you're gonna lose per trade. So this is more controlled, and I say controlled because this is very dynamic, in which I'm gonna explain in the future, but that's kind of what it is, right? You have that sense of control and you can leverage yourself a little more. The disadvantage of this method is that you run the risk of, if you don't have a really high winning rate in a strategy, what happens is you run the risk of getting stopped out every time. So for example, even though it's only 1% of your account, if you have a really low winning rate in a strategy, you actually run the risk of losing every single time, bit by bit. For example, you lose 1%, 1%, 1%, 1%, and then that adds up. Next thing you know, you can lose 30% of your account, 40%, 50% of your account, 70% of your account, until you reach your blow up, right? So again, if it's very, very complicated, I really wish trading was simple. A lot of people say the magic formula, like how to get rich, but it's not like this, okay? This is why I chose to open up this channel and, study with you guys as much as I can and show you that it is hard, but it's also not impossible, okay? So that's the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like it. Stay tuned for more, because there's a lot of things. Let's go and study. See you. Bye.